side, you had Emmanuel Bois, right? They won't see anything that's right. How does that feel?
Okay, Samson, first of all, I must commend the president for performing his constitutional mandate, even after the expiration of his term. I think sometimes we don't celebrate our democracy enough. I know it takes a lot for successive government to go through this process. I was also very excited about the light and humorous aspect of the whole presentation, because the president is no stranger to the House, either as a member of parliament or as a president. So there are aspects, although I get the benefit of seeing even his presentation even before
and yes, we hope
delivered.
We hope his aide-de-camp is doing well.
By the grace of God.
We understood sometime in the evening that he was responding to treatment in the hospital. And again, the media, we just have to take the lessons. The ethics cannot be compromised. This was not something that you should focus, zoom on and begin to show to the world. That was wrong. Yes.
Yes, so by the grace of God, the president was able to go before the August House to perform that mandate. Most importantly, I understand Dr. Dramani's perspective. Individually and as organizations, I believe we have our own highlights and expectations of what we want to hear from the president. But mind you, the opportunity to present the message on this on the state of the nation is such that you may not be able to capture everything. So in the minds, like I'm speaking from the perspective of a drafter and understanding the thinking of the president, to say that successive every single year he presents sooner. There are times you'll be thinking that some issues or some aspects of the presentation have been highlighted in previous presentations enough, and there is no need to be repetitive. There are some other issues that are also priorities among priorities that are of public interest, to the extent that they are continuous development or ongoing development. For instance, if there is a presentation of such nature and economic issues are always on the table, you cannot escape that. I was also excited about the fact that His Excellency the President took the time to bring comparative data of what he received in January 2017 and what he is leaving on January 2025. I think that is so important because we always say that to whom much is given, much is expected. I believe people had expectations in the context of what is available. And the president came and said, with what I was given, this is what I was able to achieve. I may not have achieved everything. And I think we also need to commend him for aspects that, like the Boko conflict. The president, I know personally that he was committed to doing everything. There are unresolved...
The conflict has only gotten worse.
Yes, and I am saying that regrettably, it is not everything that we were able to do. And it is important that when necessary, some admissions are made, and also to highlight the issues so that the incoming government will take it up and know that these are, if there are consensus or not, these are issues that the other side would have wished to continue. Right. But let me come to the specifics. And especially because of Dr. Dramani's presentation, I would like to start with health, come to education, and then the economy.
And be brief about them.
As much as I can. You know, we discussed the conversations about this government's investments in healthcare, and it appears as if everything is Agenda 111. But the Agenda 111 project started after COVID-19. From the promise to the planning to the execution, all started after COVID-19. And this was the case because when we were faced with a global pandemic, that is when the real size or the reality of our health sector and its ability to absorb some of these unexpected crises came to the attention of everybody.
And what you do is leave hospitals that were in the progress, some about to be completed, some completed but not fully finished, leave them and start 111 new ones?
Interestingly, something, I have the data here. With your kind permission, I'll run you through. To the best of my knowledge, President Akuffo Addo commissioned at least 47 hospitals outside Agenda 111 since 2017. And if you allow me, I'll take you through the list of hospitals. I know for those who were not following some of the legacy hospital projects, the president in the last 2 months commissioned about 10 hospitals at a go. And if people were minded to say, these are legacy hospitals, and even some other hospitals that were started by this administration, he made sure to complete them outside Agenda 111. But during the pandemic, the government realized that there were 87 districts without district hospitals, no referral points. In fact, in the Upper East region, 8 districts did not have district hospitals. In the Volta region, 8 districts did not have district hospitals. Upon creation of the new regions, there were no regional hospitals. Even some existing regions like Oforidua and Eastern region and Western region, the state of their regional hospitals were nothing to write home about. So beyond the president trying to complete, you know, he completed the UGMC phase 2, the VAMET projects, the Eurojet projects, and a whole lot. And if you permit me, from Achiase to Chedie to Tolong to Ashaiman to all those projects, Akontomra, the district hospitals in Akontomra, Bogoso, Lubo, Mpoho, Nsuayem, Wasadunkwao, Weta in the Volta region, Tolong, Sola, Bupe, Bamboy, Swame, Chedie, Sabronum, Drobonso, Manson Kwanta, Emim, Nkwetia, Kwabing in the Tiwa East, Dukrum, Achiase, Jumapo, Ponkatamanso, Sehuasarinso, Ashama Polyclinic, Adenta. In fact, there are so many hospitals, including the famous Fomina and Kumewu. The president completed and commissioned them. But even with all that, we realize that, for instance,
3 Agenda 111 hospitals.
Yes, those are Trede.
We are told that he simply has commissioned buildings. And you know, hospitals are different from buildings.
Something. It is sad to say that you were asking about my expectations. Of course, I wasn't expecting my own big brother, Honorable Amabua, to be praising the president. I understand the politics of the floor. And especially in times like this, we are in the troll season and the honeymoon season for the incoming president. So for some of us, it is nothing new. But it does not take away from the approach of the Akuffo Addo administration to a holistic reform in our health sector. Look at the medical drone delivery system. I have been to UN and other international platforms that people want to take pages out of Ghana's book as to how a country like Ghana will be able to run one of the largest medical drone delivery systems in the world. I believe for those in the villages who would have died but for a shot of antivenom, or who would have died but for a drop of a pint of blood, they would appreciate some of these interventions. So it does not take away from the fact that even among the 98 that the president said are between 5% and 95% completed, my district in the Upper East region, Garu district, has one of the hospitals that is built, completed. The fact that it is not completed and commissioned is because of equipment and furnishing. But if you go to Garu today...
But those are the things that make a hospital.
So the 3 that they were able to furnish, those were the ones that he commissioned at Bokro in Ahanta West and Kokobing in Ashanti region and Trede in Ashanti region. Okay. I did the production. Right. I have seen the coverage. No one can tell me that you go to Trede today, there is no bed, there is nothing there.